What's good, Lethal Team? I'm back with another video. In today's video, we're going over the 2-1-2 zone extended, alright? As you can see right now, me and Cincy are pressed up on the half court line. In the middle, we have T-Will, and on the back lines, we have RDH Hawk and Capone. The reason why I put T-Will in the middle here instead of Capone is because you have to be able to do so much defensively in this zone that I need somebody that is mobile enough to guard every position and still have the presence of mind to box out and get boards on the back lines. Alright. As you can see, the point guard on the opposite team has the ball, the center bringing the ball up the court, and everybody else is spaced out the way most teams would be. For RDH, Hawk, and Capone, their job is to not let anybody get through that back line. For me and Cincy, our job is to, extend pressure as far as possible. And then T-Will's job is just to rotate. The reason why we do this is to get boards and to play solid. Like, unlike the 2-3 zone where you use it to force a lot of turnovers, this is used just to play solid, get boards, and the passing lanes present themselves. So playing with me today is Cincy, RDH Hawk, Capone, and T-Will. And we're going to be in the rec for today's gameplay. Alright, the team we're going up against today is two offensive threats, a slasher who more than likely can shoot, a lockdown defender point guard, and a glass cutting lockdown. As you can see, this is 4 guards, 1 big. This is very popular in Team Pro-Am. And the reason why I like playing in the rec to practice these different things is because you get a chance to experience these different lineups. Now, of course, we always blow these guys out because we're better 2K players than they are, and they don't really have a team concept. But it gives you a sense of what you got to look forward to once the pressure is on. So starting off, you cannot set up any zone without scoring. Alright? But as we go ahead and freeze it here, as you can see, as we're trying to set up in the 2-1-2, it looks like an X. Alright? Me and Cincy are at the half court line. Capone, who is on the right side, and RDH Hawk, who's on the left. They're playing back by the hash mark, and T-Will is in the middle. The thing is, inside the zone, Capone and RDH Hawk, they need to come up closer to the free throw line until people pass off into their zone. Alright, for me, when I play defense, it never makes sense to be in a zone and there's nobody in your zone. You have to be guarding something at all times in every defense. Because if not, what if they overload the left side and then Capone is just by himself? You have to be guarding something. Alright. So, looking at the lineup with this point guard who's a power forward, we pretty much knew they was going to try to use speed to beat us, but we set up in the 2-1-2. As you see, Cincy's there to apply pressure. I'm here to apply pressure and freeze it here. The whole purpose of RDH Hawk and Capone's responsibility is to not let somebody beat them backdoor at any given time. It makes it so much harder for T-Will to go down there and get the rebound and be in the right position when this happens. As you notice, if it's played correctly, T-Will will always be able to be in front of this big man as he tries to crash the glass. When you let anybody go backdoor, it moves T-Will out the way and they get easy buckets. Moving on to the next play, freeze it here. As you can see right now, I ain't going to spend too much time on this. RDH Hawk and Capone, they're both on the same side. This is a miscommunication issue. Alright? Of course, eventually RDH Hawk is going to go to the other side, but it's not a thing where you have to go to a specific spot every single time. It's just that I need people to fill those responsibilities. Let T-Will have the middle. And then whoever's pressuring up top with me, just let me know what side you're going to be on and everything is going to be fine. Alright, we have mics. You got to use them. There's no purpose of becoming a good defensive team if we ain't going to talk. So as the play continues, you see we set up into the zone. Go ahead, freeze it here. When you play this zone correctly, you're going to get a lot of these deflections, a lot of these steals. If you notice, Capone is in between the guy that wanted to cut back door and in between the guy that wanted to be at the 3-point line. When you play it correctly, you'll be able to play both. It's essentially two guys in the same spot. You can get steals, get out on the break, get easy points. The point guard is sitting up here trying to dribble glitch his way up the court, but as you can tell, we're there on everything. Everybody's rotating properly. We're getting out on the break. Go ahead, freeze it one time for Cincy. And everybody's fulfilling their responsibilities. Go ahead, freeze it here. Now that we kind of did it a couple of times, you notice Capone and RDH Hawk, they're playing up higher, which is what I want. Alright? The big man's trying to run down the middle. He got to meet up with T. Will. Alright? And as these guys try to get to their spots, they're trying to figure out a way to beat what we're doing. Most people don't even know what we're doing. They call this a 2-3 zone, which is not. It's a 2-1-2. Alright? The responsibilities for the different zones are completely different. So you see, RDH Hawk does a great job of stepping up, and the thing that frustrates things the most is us getting our hands on every little thing. And that's what the 2-1-2 allows us to do. T. Will is doing a great job of showing when he's supposed to show, dropping down when he's supposed to drop it down. Makes it very difficult for the defense to score. Now you see, since extending pressure, we're there for all passing lanes no matter where they try to pass it, knocking the ball out of bounds consistently. This is just a frustration factor. Go ahead, freeze it here. So T. Will's responsibility is to protect the rim, alright? RDH Hawk and Capone's job is to not let anybody backdoor. That means anything coming down the middle of that paint, it's up to T. Will to be in position to stop it. Alright? He does not have to worry about number 21 right here, because since that's my part of the zone, I'm going to slide over and pick that up. He has to fully commit to stopping number 7 as he goes to the basket. And when he don't, give up a wide open bucket. All in all, we started to get more and more comfortable with the 2-1-2. You see us knocking down shots on the offense. The offense is moving beautifully. And the thing I tell my team about rec on offense, we're going to be able to score in rec, and y'all going to be able to get all these 3-point attempts. And team, they're going to let me score. Capone does a great job of not letting nobody backdoor. Go ahead, freeze it here. If you notice, they had to set 2 or 3 screens just to free this man open, and all 4 of their teammates are in the same spot. This means we're doing something right. Alright? At the point they setting this many screens just to get one shot up, it's not that hard to shut down. You know, everybody's in the right spot, fulfilling their responsibility. We'll get to that. Alright? Now you can see the pressure is really on them. They don't really have much to go. T. Will is doing a great job of snatching the boards, kicking it out, getting us easy points. Alright? Herein lies the problem playing with the 2-1-2 when you do things incorrectly. Alright? Go ahead and freeze it here. If you notice on the backside right now, Capone let his man slip back door. Alright? The 2 guys in the corner's responsibility is just to not let anything go back door. Alright? They have to go around. They can't go through that way. When you allow anybody to slip through there, it puts T. Will in a fucked up position. Alright? At the point anybody gets it back there for any reason, it slides him out of position to get the rebound. So as you see right here, he sees 2 people in the paint. The shot goes up. Big man gets the rebound. You know, we're trying to get a snap and freeze it here. Again, Capone is not in position in front of the big man. It puts T. Will in a fucked up position. Alright? Every time you let somebody go, if you notice, RDH Hawk does a great job of not letting his man go. Every time you let your man go, it fucks up what T. Will is trying to do, because now T. Will not only has to watch for what's going on up top in case somebody's rapping or anything, but now he can't shoot down and get the rebound the way he's supposed to. Alright? And when that happens, give up offensive rebounds, they get easy points. All in all, we did a phenomenal job playing the 2-1-2 for the first time. As you see, T. Will coming up with an amazing steal, getting out on the break. And This is just going to lead for us to have more success as we play more Team Pro-Am. Now that we have went over every type of defense that more than likely we will play besides man-to-man, because I feel like man-to-man is self-explanatory, but I still will come out with a video for that. But now that we had gone over all these defenses, there should be no confusion no matter who's playing as to what they should be doing. Alright. Now that we have pretty much gone over all of the defensive side of the ball, which if you don't play defense, you can't play with me. Now it's time to get into some offense, some different offensive sets. That way I can figure out what everybody is capable of, and then we'll be a much more successful team. As you can see, we blew this team out so bad that this guy didn't even want to shoot the free throw. Like I always tell you guys, it's been lethal. I'm glad y'all learning something, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.